Welcome to the latest news from Bali in Indonesia. This is July 9th, 2022, and my name is Bruce. I'm laughing because I keep getting the dates wrong, the months wrong, the dates wrong. It's hell getting old sometimes. Okay, this is not a normal video. Right? I did one yesterday and appreciate the comments and people that watched and the thumbs up, especially thank you too for that. I appreciate it. And new subscribers, welcome to the channel. I hope you find something interesting here. The reason I'm doing this today is because there is so much misinformation about this booster. I've gotten messages from people asking me questions about it, and on YouTube, there are people, YouTubers saying, oh, you have to have a booster, you can't get into Bali. I'm not going to name names. And in some of the, well, less reputable media on the internet, same thing. And so I have the official documents today. They just came out a little while ago. And so I'm doing a special video today just on that, and there's not a lot of big changes. There's just a few changes, but the changes relate to the booster. Now there may be some modifications with that later. You can never tell, but this is an official document and it is good starting on July 17th. Spoiler alert, you don't have to have a booster to get into Indonesia. You don't have to have one to travel domestically. It's going to be better if you do, but you don't have to have it, and I'm going to talk all about that. Okay, I don't have the numbers right at hand today, but numbers down nationally, and it was about 400 from yesterday. It was around 2,400 when I looked at it this morning, but we're talking about the circulars that came out about travel. So this is circular number 21 for the year 2022, and it's about domestic travel. And I'm just going to go over a couple of the main points. It's basically the same with a few changes. So domestic travelers who have received the third dose or a booster shot are not required to show a negative test in order to travel. A negative PCR test or negative antigen test. Yes, the tests have come back for domestic travel if you don't have the booster shot. Okay, this is the change. If so, have the booster shot, no test. Okay, second, people that have received 2 doses have to show a negative result from a rapid antigen test whose results are taken within 1 times 24 hours before travel, or a negative PCR test 3 times 24 hours before travel. And people can take the third dose on site because, right, there's going to be shots available at the airport, supposedly. That's the plan that I talked about in the video yesterday up here. And so this is the second thing, right? You've got 2 shots, you can travel, but you've got to get tested first. Next, people that have only had 1 shot have to show a negative result from a PCR test 3 times 24 hours before departure in order to travel. People with health conditions or comorbidity that prevents them from receiving vaccinations are exempt from vaccination provisions, but they have to show a negative PCR test 3 times 24 hours, and you have to have a doctor's certificate from a government hospital that states that you cannot take the vaccinations. Young people aged 6 to 17 have to show a card certificate of the second dose of vaccination without showing a negative PCR or rapid antigen test. So if they've got the card that shows that they've been vaccinated, they don't have to have the test. And children under 6 are exempt as long as they're with somebody who's following the rules. Okay, pretty straightforward. Not as bad as people were thinking. You get the booster shot, you're free. If you don't get the booster shot and you've got fully vaxxed, you can travel, you just gotta take the test. What about international travel? Let's look at that next. This is number 22 for the year 2022. and this deals with overseas travel. Overseas travelers have to use the PL app and download it before departure, before they're coming here. Okay, so a lot of people said it doesn't work for them, and so they show up and, well, people will help you or they just ignore it sometimes. It depends on who you get. Just download it. It doesn't make any difference if you're going to use it or not. You can deal with that at the airport. International travelers are required to show card, certificate, physical or digital, of the vaccine, the second dose of the vaccine that has been taken at least 14 days before departure. Indonesian citizens who have not received the vaccine will be vaccinated at entry point after having their symptoms checked upon arrival. You do not need to show a vaccination card or certificate if you are in one of these categories. You are a foreigner holding a diplomatic visa or related service visa with official state visits, and foreigners who enter Indonesia with the travel scheme corridor arrangement according to the principle of constant reciprocity while implementing strict health protocols. Children under 18 years old do not need to show a certificate. Travelers, international travelers who have finished carrying out isolation or treatment for COVID-19 and have been declared inactive in transmitting COVID-19 but have not been able to get the second dose of the vaccination, with the condition they must attach a doctor's certificate from government hospital of the country of departure or the Ministry of Health. This will state that they are no longer actively transmitting COVID or they have a COVID-19 recovery certificate. So it says second dose, which means their first dose you're going to have had. Foreigners with special health conditions or comorbidities prevent them from receiving vaccinations. Well, they don't need to show that they've been vaccinated either, as long as they have a doctor's certificate from a government hospital of the country of departure stating that the person has not and or is unable to take part in the vaccinations. Indonesians, this is only Indonesians, not foreigners, Indonesians who are leaving, going overseas from Indonesia and are 18 or older, have to show a card or certificate, physical or digital, that they have received the booster shot. So if you are an Indonesian citizen, you can't leave the country unless you've been boosted. Okay, so that is it in a nutshell. There are links down below if you want to get the original document. It is in Indonesian, but you can Google translate it. Now, I have not gone through this whole thing here in fine-tooth comb. These are just the main points and just a few changes from the other ones. So let me reiterate, you do not need to have a booster shot to get into Indonesia, regardless of what you are hearing. Okay, that's it. I want to go back to doing the video for tomorrow. The cooking video tomorrow is bubur. I'm about 60% done editing it. And bubur is like porridge, and so this is tapioca. My wife is into tapioca lately. This is tapioca ball porridge. It's a very common thing. There's hundreds of recipes on this, and Suze is very good, as always. And so you might want to take a look at her food videos. Link is up here to the playlist. And so tune in tomorrow if you want to see about Indonesian cooking and how you can learn how to cook like an Indonesian. Very quick, very easy, and usually pretty inexpensive. That is it. If you have any questions, put them in the comments and I will answer them as quickly as possible. And if you're a Muslim, Eid Mubarak. Tomorrow is, today is Eid if you're Muhammadiyah. Tomorrow, following the government day. I have a lot of family here, and so kind of busy. So this video may take the place of Monday's video, by the way. Since I've already done this one, this is the big story. We'll see. So I may see you on Monday, I may see you on Wednesday. Thanks for viewing. Be kind to someone today. Stay safe, and I will see you when I see you.